field was covered. The players took batting practice indoors, but everything is going to be okay by game time, which is scheduled for 1 o'clock Kennesaw time, 12 o'clock, of course, in Murfreesboro. And, John, we're ready to put the lid on another one.
Well, it's always, you get to that last one in the season, it's always kind of bittersweet, Dick, particularly, you think about these players. A lot of these guys are going to be playing their last baseball game today. And I think some of them are like you and me. We're ready for it to be over. It's been a long season, at times a frustrating season. And so, one more, and then we start again.
So the Raiders come in at 23-31. They are 8-18 in Conference USA, and were eliminated from contention for a spot in the postseason tournament with the loss yesterday, plus a win by Liberty. Either would have done the job. Kennesaw comes in 28-25. They're 16-9. They've won 3 in a row. The Raiders have lost 3 in a row, and we hope for a turnaround today. On a positive note for Middle Tennessee, I had the opportunity of interviewing our director of operations and 2 student managers before the game. These guys help us out a lot in what we have to do here to bring you the games. So we will be back, and we'll have that for you coming up. 2 minutes now on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
All right, we're back at the ballpark. I'm trying to get this my pregame interview to play. We're in bright sunshine, and it's hard to read these digital instruments. Well, it actually is playing, but it's not coming through for some reason. Hang on just a second. Let me make one change. And we'll 4. Well, I'm sorry. I don't think we're going to be able to get that interview. So we will have to kill that, and I apologize for that. This bright sunshine is so bright we can hardly read our digital
I think I'm
numbers up
back
here.
now. That's a shame. I heard you doing that interview, and it was a terrific interview. And I think one of the big points is that when we finish this ball game, when we finish any ball game, their work is just starting. And you asked Chandler to kind of sum it all up and what they do, and he said everything.
Well, that's more or less the truth. As these guys, Chandler Todd, Drew Hillian, and Knox Wimberly.
You're still trying to get that to work, aren't you?
I'm still trying. But
well, we've had pretty good success with the interviews all season.
Yeah, we've had more success with these than we have for yours on the field.
We finally got that worked out, though, didn't we?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and we'll take another 2-minute break. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you on the Blue Raider Network. Ron Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Before the Raiders' final game here against Kennesaw State, I've got 3 guys who work behind the scenes but have been a big help to me in what we do, getting these games on the air. And that would be Chandler Todd, who's Director of Operations, a former manager, and I guess you still do a lot of the, guess Chandler still does a lot of the management duties at Middle Tennessee. Chandler from Cannon County, right?
Yes, sir. Woodbury, Tennessee, born and raised.
All right, and you have been, you've been involved in this program for several years now, so you probably know about the nuts and bolts better than anybody else.
You know, it's just an honor to get to stay here and get to do all I do. I grew up loving MTSU, get to work for MTSU, help create more success and just create more memories.
And are you still in school, by the way?
No, I graduated last spring with my master's degree, so educated, what can I say?
This is your full-time job?
Yeah, definitely, full-time job.
And it is a full-time job. And Drew Hillian from the Chattanooga area, Sale Creek, actually, and what brought you to Middle Tennessee?
So my first year of college, I played NAIA baseball at Bryan College and just decided it was time to transfer. Middle Tennessee, had a buddy who went there. He kind of talked me into coming and checking it out. Took a tour, just fell in love with the area and the school, and that's what got me here.
Okay, did you come up here wanting to play baseball, or did you just want to change?
No, sir, I just kind of wanted to change, decided it was time for me to kind of hang it up, so fell in love with the area, and then once I seen the opportunity to work for the team, I decided to take a chance.
Okay, how much longer you got now?
I've got one more year.
All right. And Knox Wimberly from Manchester? Yeah, okay, Knox. Tell us about how you happened to get here.
So I played baseball for the Webb School in Bell Buckle, and our head coach, Scott Hall, used to coach here, and he just set me up with an interview with one of the old coaches and just gone on from there.
So you guys all grew up playing baseball, I'm sure, and you know, when you get to this level, it's pretty tough to get on a Division I team. So you're doing the next best thing.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about playing for Coach Scott Hall. You were telling me you were the designated bunter.
Oh yeah, that's about all Coach Hall let me do when I was playing for him.
Well, he was a big part of this program for a long time, and so I'm sure you've got great background. Now, Chandler, we haven't got time for you to tell the people everything these guys do, but what are some of the things they do that nobody knows about?
Well, to put it blunt and to be honest, short and sweet, everything is a good summary. Field work, laundry, assisting with scouting reports, helping pull things, just being there to be a vocal point and be supportive of the team in any way they can. That goes any sort of way you can imagine that it might go in the sports world. So they're really the heartbeat of the team. They help the morale when it's low. They they keep it going when it's high. They're just great support for the team.
So your day does not end when the third out is made then, right, Drew?
No, sir, not at all. That's when it's just getting started, to be honest with you.
And Knox, during the game, how do you occupy your time during the ball game?
Usually I'm sitting in the stands working on a stat file for our pitchers, but if I'm not doing that, I'm just being a big emotional guy in the dugout.
Okay, well, good. You guys have certainly helped us with things that we need to do, getting players for interviews, whatever, getting us accommodations on the road. So we, I guess more than most appreciate what you guys have done.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. I mean, this is pretty cool. Second ever interview. We got to trade for the first time. I'm a pro at this point.
All right, thank you, Chandler, Drew, and Knox, and let's go out on a winning note, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so we finally figured out our problem up here. We got that interview on for you. I want to thank those guys not only for taking the time to talk with us, but for everything they do.
Well, they do important work. There's just no way to show. What I'm trying to say is they couldn't get these games going without those guys.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. Back with first pitch coming up next on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good, but we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
From the Blue Raider Network in Van Wagner College, it's time for Middle Tennessee State University baseball. Today's game is brought to you in part by Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. State Farm Insurance and agent Deb Insel. Pepsi and your local Pepsi bottler. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And by Middle Tennessee State University. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Blue Raider baseball.
And it is that, the Raiders and Kennesaw State, the Owls, will give you those lineups as we go along. They, of course, brought to you by the Ascend Federal Credit Union. For Kennesaw State, they've taken the field. They will have, they're starting most of their seniors who are position players. Posey behind the plate, he's a senior. Williams at third. McDuffie at short. They're starting a different second baseman in Mims, who is a senior. Suto at first. Anderson, who's a senior in left. Cole in center. He is a junior, and Chirillo in right field. And on the mound will be the right-hander Smith Pinson,
who is also a senior.
Yes, he is.
And he is making his 20th appearance, his 9th start. He's thrown 49 innings, 35 runs, 27 earned on 51 hits, 16 walks, 59 strikeouts. He's got a 4.96 ERA, 6-2 record, and he's got one save. Opponents hit 273, and he leads their team in hit batters, Dick. He's hit 10.
All right, he made his last start in Dallas last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend he did not fare well when did not make it out of the second inning in a third, gave up 4 runs. They were all unearned, but just one hit, 1 walk. So it looks to me like he was not getting a lot of defensive support.
Pinson is a big guy, 6'8", 225, out of Leesburg, Georgia. And he will pitch to Eston Snyder. It'll be Snyder, Rogers, and Minnick, top 3 in the batting order. And not much change in the batting order. There was one little defensive change we'll tell you about. First pitch of the game, in there for a strike. What time, John?
As soon as I checked the clock on the wall, 1:05.
1:05 for first pitch. That is Eastern time, of course. Pitch to Snyder, taken for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eston hitting .346. He himself is a senior. Has already been through senior day back home. There's a strike called, and the count goes to 1-2 on Snyder. He's been hit by pitch 4 times in the first 2 games of this series. Swings and fouls this one off. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes.
So that's up to 14 on the season, 40 for his career. First on the list for career, tied for second on the single season list.
Pitch out of side, goes back to the backstop, 2-2. He told us at the hotel before the game that he wasn't trying to set any records and being hit by pitch.
so he doesn't want those 3 more today.
Swung on, the ball hit foul down the left side. Count is 2-2. Kennesaw State has won the first 2 games of the series, 11-6 on Friday, 7-4 yesterday. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Snyder. Pinson with the pitch outside, and he has run the count full.
Well, the pattern for these first 2 games is that we jump on their starter, their bullpen comes in and shuts us down.
Strike 3 called. Caught the outside corner, and Snyder called out on strikes. It's 1 out. Here's Brett Rogers, freshman outfielder. He's from the Chattanooga area. .331 batting average. He's had a pretty good series, 3 out of 8, 2 doubles. Bounces this one to the pitcher. Pinson will pick it up, toss to first, and that is out number 2.
Give you the game time weather conditions, 76 degrees, partly cloudy, wind out of the west-southwest at 12.
Do have some scattered clouds, and we did have an overnight shower.
And I think that temperature is not going to go down. I think it's going to head up.
Tyler Minnick, the batter, he's playing first base today with Jackson Janela behind the plate. The pitch to Minnick is outside for ball 1. Tyler has 1 hit in 6 at-bats, but he's driven in 3 runs. Has a couple of sacrifice flies. There is a strike called, and the count goes to 1-1. The Blue Raider catcher is folks from this area, and, of course, they're at the ball game today. The 1-1 pitch. Missed outside, ball 2, 2-1. Pinson with the pitch, foul to the screen, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Umpires have rotated with Vince Krajic, and that's just a shot in the dark on the pronunciation. Behind the plate, John Mary at third and Will Prestwood at first. Pitch to Minnick, again foul back to the screen. That one right in off his fist.
Yeah, and up.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Defensive alignment about the same with the exception of second base. They put a senior in to play second base in place of the freshman Alec. Ball 3 is outside, back to the screen. The count is full to Minnick. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Big 6'8" right-hander delivers the pitch, and it is foul tip back in the catcher's mitt. That'll go as a strikeout. And that is all in the first inning. Raiders up and down in order. Nothing across. So we will go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee nothing, and Kennesaw State coming to bat on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Kennesaw coming up for their first turn here in the bottom of the first inning. Raiders down in order in the top of the inning. Raiders in their camo tops today with the gray pants, blue caps. We'll have Jackson Janela behind the plate, Brett Bondolan at third. Clay Badalak moves to short for this game, and Cooper Clapp back to second base. Tyler Minnick has had the catching duties in the first 2 games, goes to first. And the outfield remains the same with Keaton Ray, Eston Snyder, and Brett Rogers. And on the mound is the junior right-hander from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, Jack Fortner.
Jack Fortner making his 11th appearance, his second start. He's thrown 12 in the third innings, given up 15 runs, 12 earned on 19 hits, 12 walks, 11 strikeouts. He's got an 8.76 ERA and 0-1 record.
And here's the leadoff man, Nate Anderson, the left fielder, who's been quite effective for the Owls as the first pitch goes outside for ball 1. Anderson is 5 for 7 in the series, as 1 extra base hit and 3 runs batted in. There's a strike, caught the outside corner, 1-1 to Anderson. John, this guy came up 6 or 7 times before we finally got him out for the first time.
And he also walked a few times in there, didn't he?
Yes. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1-2. Boy, they had a lot of seniors out there. I think they had either 9 or 10 players and 2 managers. So it was a rather lengthy senior day presentation, but it's very well done. There's a ball hit up the middle. Clapp dives. He'll keep it from going through, stops it, but he can't make a play. That'll be an infield hit for Anderson. Another hit, his 6th in this 3-game series. So with nobody out, the batter is the center fielder, Chris Cole. Cole, also a senior. Left-handed batter. He has a triple. What's his only hit in the series, a triple, but it drove in 2 runs. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Runner at first with no outs. And that runner at first is a threat to run at any time. He's got 23 stolen base. There he goes. Throw to second base is not in time. Had it been thrown to the other side of the bag, John, they might have gotten him, but it was to the shortstop side. And
it was up into the the third base side of the bag of second, so.
Stolen base number 24 for Anderson. And the count's 2-0 on Cole. So runner at second with no outs. Pitch is a strike, 2-1.
Again, he showed bunt, pulled it back. I think part of that is just to play with the infield's minds a little bit.
Showed bunt again, took the pitch outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count.
See, that looked like a ball that could have been bunted.
Cole will be followed by Cash and then Chiarello. Batting order hasn't changed a lot for Kennesaw. And ball 4 is outside. Runners will be at first and second with nobody out. So here's Cash. He had the same situation yesterday and hit into a double play. He accommodated us that way. The Raiders had 4 double plays yesterday. He hit into a rather standard double play in that first inning, 4-6-3.
What do we have, a 9-2-5 double play?
Had one of those, yep.
Your standard 9-2-5 double play.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. I asked Coach Myers if he had ever seen that before. He could not think that he'd ever seen 2 runners back-to-back coming in, tried to score, and both of them were tagged out. One by the catcher, one by the third baseman. 1 strike to count. Cash will not hit into a double play. Snyder dives. Did he catch that ball?
He did.
A diving catch by Eston Snyder in shallow left center. Well, we've just been accustomed to seeing that all year, but it never ceases to amaze me.
He knows how to go get the baseball, doesn't he? And a lot of range.
That is 1 out.
Did we mention the other night that his that home run that he brought back for an out up at Tennessee Tech made the ESPN highlight reel.
Yes, we did. We're on top of everything, John.
So I asked Eston if he got to see it. He said, "Well, actually, they when they got back from Cookeville the other night, they had ESPN on in the clubhouse, and the whole team got to see it."
There's Cirillo, left-handed batter. Runners first and second, one out. We're in the bottom of the first inning in Marietta, Georgia. The pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Snyder charges. They're going to hold the bases loaded. The third base coach, who was also the head coach of the team, I think decided that, we're not going to go through that again. So he held him. The runners had to hold up to see if the ball was going to be caught. So the bases are loaded with one out. Everything's set up for a double play to end the inning, but this is Cooper Williams, who is 5 out of 8 with 2 home runs and a double. They moved him up a couple of slots, or at least one slot in the batting order.
Making a case for a play of the week, huh?
Pitch low and inside, ball 1 to Williams. And Williams, we wish he were a senior, but he's only a sophomore. Out of Woodstock, Georgia. Left-handed batter. Bases loaded, one out. Right-hander Jack Fortner making his second start on the mound. This pitch is skied to right field. Rogers will come in, make the catch.
Run on him.
Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time, and runners will be at second and third as Anderson, who has great speed, scores from third. Give Williams an RBI sacrifice fly. That is out number 2. And the batter is Suto, the first baseman. Runners second and third. They all moved up after the catch. Suto, 3 out of 8 in the series, right-handed batter. He is another one of their seniors. Pitch to the plate is low for ball 1.
The last time I looked at the standings, it looked like Kennesaw will draw FIU in the first round of the conference tournament.
1 ball, no strikes to Suto. Ball 2 is inside.
You know, I almost didn't. I thought about whether to say next week, but this is Saturday. It feels like Sunday to me.
Swing and a miss. 2-1. It's a getaway day, but they always play the final series Thursday, Friday, Saturday to give teams an extra day of rest before the tournament starts. Pitch misses outside. Ball 3, 3-1.
Oh, they get underway Wednesday, right?
I think that's right. Up in Lynchburg, Virginia. Fouled out of play, and the count will go to 3-2 on Suto. Second and third, 2 outs, 1-0. Kennesaw State has scored, and they rang that bell a lot yesterday on 3-2 counts. There's a ball driven to left field. That's going to be down in the corner. That'll score 2 runs. And Suto is going to pull in the second with a stand-up double. And it's 3-0. It's the third hit in the inning. 3 runs on the board for the Owls. This is Hudson Mims. He's not appeared in either of the first 2 games, but he gets a start today on Senior Day. 143 average. Fortner's pitch inside, ball 1. So we haven't seen Mims. He's out of Macon, Georgia. And there's ball 2. 2-0 the count. Is that right? Or is it 2 strikes? Scoreboard says 2 strikes. I thought those
I thought they were balls.
I didn't see a strike indication by the umpire. Strike called.
Yeah, there we go. They're going to get that
That's
scoreboard
2-1.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were right for a change, John.
We were.
2 balls, 1 strike to Mims.
As you say, for a change.
For a change. Swinging a foul back, had a good cut. 2-2. He is the 7th man to bat here in the first inning. 3 runs have scored. Kennesaw taking an early lead. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. So for Kennesaw, they score 3 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 runner on base. We've completed 1 full inning. Kennesaw State 3, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
We go to the second inning. The Raiders will have the 4, 5, 6 hitters scheduled against the right-hander Smith Pinson. It'll be Von Dolan, Badalak, and Kenny McKinley. Three to nothing, Kennesaw State leading. Here is Von Dolan. Brett in the series, 4 out of 10. Includes a double and 3 runs batted in. Pinson with the pitch, and Von Dolan takes the strike. 0-1.
Caught that outside corner.
The sun is in and out. A lot of clouds ahead. Strike 2 called, 0-2. Clouds covering up the sun right at the moment. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Von Dolan out on strikes for out number 1, and that's the 3rd strikeout for Pinson. And the other out he's gotten was a little tap back to the mound. Here's Clay Badalak. Now, Clay's due. He is 0 for 10 in the series. First pitch to him, and for a strike, 0-1. This guy's stats show only 16 walks in 49 innings and 59 strikeouts.
Well, in their pregame festivities, they were going through his career. He's had some impressive strikeout numbers over 4 years here at Kennesaw State.
Pitch outside. Count goes to 2-1 now on Badalak with 1 out in the second inning. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pinson, a senior, one of several on this Owl team. They're going to have to do a lot of rebuilding next year.
That's what it looks like, doesn't
Fly
it?
ball to center, and
Whoa.
misjudged out there by Cole. He started in, and then he had to leap high to catch it. As it
started carrying on him.
Wynn might have caught that ball at the last minute, but it almost went over his head. So that's out number 2.
The wind has kind of been off and on. Right now it is blowing out to left field.
Here's Kenny McKinley. Takes a pitch outside for ball one.
Kenny gets one up in the air, and we're back in this ball game.
McKinley with 7 home runs on the year. Takes the strike, 1-1. 217 average, 7 homers, 20 runs batted in. Pinson with a pitch and a little tap to third. They're going to have to hurry on that one, and they will not get Kenny McKinley. That's an infield hit. Good speed down the line. That's the first hit for the Raiders. McKinley at first with 2 outs. Keaton Ray will be the batter.
Kenny's got surprising speed, especially given that those knee difficulties he's had through his career here.
Still wears that brace on his right leg, but he's 5 for 5 in stolen bases. Pitches outside, ball 1 to Keaton Ray. Keaton in the series, 1 out of 8. That one hit was a double.
Kenny taking an aggressive primary lead.
And the pitch. That misses outside for ball 2. 2-0. Kennesaw with 3 runs in their half of the first inning with an early lead here. Pitch is swung on and fouled out of play, and the count will go to 2-1.
They had started the runner. Yeah, as big as those leads that McKinley has been taking, I'm a little surprised that Smith Pinson has not paid a whole lot of attention to him, if any. Certainly hasn't thrown over. I'm wondering if he's just masking the fact that he doesn't have much of a move.
Which is a strike call, 2-2 now to Keaton Ray. Right-hander comes set. Throws to first. Kenny back.
Yeah. I was wondering how long it was going to take him.
Two balls, 2 strikes to the left-hand hitter, Keaton Ray. Runner goes, pitches high. Throw to second in plenty of time, and he is out at second base to retire the side. Coach Posey got him about 2-3 steps.
Sure did.
At second base. So that means Keaton Ray will lead off the 3rd inning for the Raiders. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Kennesaw State 3 and Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Kennesaw State leading 3-0. They will have Posey, the catcher, to lead off. He just threw out McKinley trying to steal second base. I guess he knew he was going to lead off the next inning. He wanted to go ahead and get that inning over with so he could bat, huh?
I guess.
Posey does not have a hit in the series. He started game one, came in as pinch hitter or relief at catcher yesterday and had one at bat. So he's 0 for 5 in the series. Right-handed batter, and he is another senior. Pitches inside, ball 1. Right-hander Jack Fortner making only his second start of the season. Check swing on appeal. It's called ball 2. 2-0. There's a strike right down the middle. 2-1 to count. Ball hit into left center field. That's going to be trouble. That's going to get to the wall. Snyder picks it up on the warning track, and that'll be a stand-up double for Posey. That'll be his first hit of the series. He'll be at second base with nobody out. Hit number 4 off Fortner.
And that starts to get a little activity going down the Raider bullpen. Nobody throwing yet, but they are stirring.
Shamar McDuffie, the number 9 hitter, the shortstop. Right-handed batter. And Fortner's pitch to him is hit in the air into right center field. This time, Keaton Ray coming on. He'll make the catch, and that was too shallow for the runner to try to advance. So that's out number 1.
Well, that was Brett Rogers in right field, and you noticed how far that runner got off second base. I think they found out about Rogers' arm last night.
1 out, runner at second. Batter is Nate Anderson. Led off the first inning with an infield hit, stole second, came around to score on the hit by Chiarello. Runner at second, 1 out. Fortner with the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Fortner, out of high school, went to Motlow State Community College, so this is his first year with the Blue Raider program. Strike, and it is 0-2 to Anderson.
Real test for Jack here to pitch around that leadoff double.
The 0-2 pitch just missed the outside corner. 1-2.
This umpire is not real big on raising that right hand, is he?
Hasn't been so far. Fortner checks the runner at second and delivers a foul back to the screen. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes to Anderson. With that hit in the first inning, he is now 6 out of 8 in the series.
That's kind of the numbers that get you consideration for Offensive Player of the Week.
Ball is hit
back off to our
foul, and where did that land?
That landed over by the concession stand, or concession tent, or whatever that is. Back behind the stands on the third base side, rather.
1-2 the count. There's a shallow looping blind drive caught by Clapp. Didn't get a lot on that one. That'll be out number 2.
I think that's what you would call a humpback liner.
Yep. I wonder who ever came up with that name.
I don't know, but it's one I've heard for all my listening career.
Chris Cole, the batter. walked and scored in the first inning. Also bats from the left side. Fortner's pitch hit up the middle, past Vadalek into center field. The runner will try to score, throw to the plate, not in time. Throw was cut by Minnick, who relayed it to Janilla, but not in time to get Posey.
Well, what cutting that did was hold the runner at first base. If he doesn't cut that ball and lets it go through, the runner is going to take the extra base on the throw.
That's an RBI single for Cole, and it's now 4-0. Hit number 5 for the Owls. The batter is Cash. Runner goes. Cash hits it in the air to shallow left center. Badalak backpedaling and makes the catch for out number 3. That is going to be all in the second inning, but Kennesaw comes up with 1 run on 2 hits and 1 man left. So we have completed 2 full innings. It's Kennesaw State 4, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Keaton Ray will lead off the third. Ray was batting when McKinley was thrown out trying to steal in the second inning, so Keaton has had the advantage of seeing about 4 or 5 pitches from this right-hander, but he'll step back in here with a fresh count. 6'8" right-hander Pinson delivers a pitch, and that is in for a strike.
Doesn't look like he's throwing very hard, does it, Dick?
Well, not on that pitch. He took something off. There's a ball hit into right center field. Is it going to drop?
No.
Right into the glove of Chris Cole, the center fielder. Makes a Eston Snyder-type catch out there. And that will be out number 1. And the batter is Janilla.
I thought that ball was going to get down. Almost did.
Junior catcher Jackson Janella out of Florida, sitting 162. And hits this one high in the air. Center fielder over. Cole will make the catch for out number 2. So we're keeping that young man busy out in center field.
Well, he didn't have to work as hard on that one as he did.
Not nearly as hard.
As the Keaton Ray line drive.
Cooper Clapp batting 9th. Left-handed hitter. His average has leveled off at an even 200. Strike call. So if he wants to finish the season over 200, John, he needs at least 1 hit in this game.
That is correct.
Strike 2 called, and the count quickly 0-2.
He's been seeing the ball pretty good this series, though.
He's 3 out of 6 in the series. All 3 hits came on the Thursday night game. Pitch is high, ball 1, 1-2. Bases empty, 2 outs. We're in the third. There's a ball hit to left field, and that's in for a base hit.
There's his hit, Dick.
Clapp took that outside pitch, hit it where it was pitched, out to left field.
Well, one of the things the Raiders do every day in batting practice, every one of them works on going opposite field.
So a runner at first with 2 outs, and the batter is Eston Snyder, starting the second trip through the batting order for the Raiders. Eston was called out on strikes in the first inning and then takes the call strike here. 0-1. Snyder hitting .346 coming into the game. Swing and a miss. That
Terrible pitch.
For a pitch that was far outside. The count is 0-2.
It's a really quiet crowd, isn't it?
It's unusual because Snyder, after he's been hit by a pitch those many times in his career, does not stand close to the plate. He's not like some of those guys that just hover right over the plate.
Oh, no.
Pitch is outside, ball 1-2. I'd say he's about midway in that right-hand hitter's box.
Right. Correct.
But he will put that top foot toward the mound when the pitch is released, and he fouls this one off down the third base side. Count holds at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first is Clapp. Struck him out swinging. We put a little heat on that one. Snyder down on strikes for out number 3. That is all in the third. No runs, 1 hit, and a runner left. So we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Kennesaw State 4, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Go to the bottom of the third inning, 4-0. Kennesaw State leading. Got 3 in the first, added 1 more in the second. See a lot of umbrellas up, John. Is it starting to precip?
No, I think that's because it's starting to sun.
We've got a tent over us up here.
Well, except that the sun is moving to the west, and what was in the shade when we came up here an hour ago is not necessarily all in the shade anymore. I'm awfully glad our trainer carries a big supply of 70 proof suntan lotion.
70 proof, huh?
Yeah.
Here's Cirillo to lead it off against Fortner. Swings at the first pitch, hits it to center. Snyder over, makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third inning. Cooper Williams, who had a sacrifice fly. That was his 4th RBI of the series. He's also had 2 home runs and a double. Williams hitting .303. Sophomore left-handed batter takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Fortner delivers a strike at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sure wish I had some sunglasses, Dick.
Yeah,
It
I
is
don't wear
bright up here.
sunglasses a lot, but they would come in handy today. There's a lot of glare. Here's the 1-1. Missed outside, ball 2. 2-1.
That looked like a pretty good pitch.
Fortner, 2-1 pitch is fouled outside the bag at first, and the count will go to 2-2. Team will be returning home by charter bus right after the game. It's not a bad drive. It was a little bit over 3 hours.
Well, we're on the correct side of Atlanta, if you're worried about traffic.
2-2, and the pitch high, ball 3. So a full count to Williams.
Was it last year that we went to Georgia State?
Yes.
Which is actually, their baseball field is out in Decatur.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and a little tap to the mound. Fortner picks it up. Underhand toss to first will take care of Williams for out number 2. Pitch to first for the second out. Yeah, that we were also outside at Georgia State, if you recall.
We
were at actually at field level. We didn't have nearly the good view that we have here.
No, it was a different view for sure. We had to navigate that 285 business.
Campsuto, the first baseman, stands in, had a double his first at bat, and drove in 2 runs. Takes strike 1 from Fortner.
That 10 miles from where we got off of I-75 till you hit 285, and then around 285. Wow.
Pitches outside, 1-1.
There are times we think we have traffic problems in Murfreesboro, don't we?
Yep. And we do, but not to this extent. Fortner with a 1-1 pitch on the way, and it is inside for ball 2. 2-1. Is that you said driver throwing in the bullpen?
Correct.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 outs, base is empty. We're in the third. Kennesaw leading 4-0.
Need a clean inning here.
And Fortner pitches, and a ball hit the center. That's a base hit. Next time, John.
All right.
It's hit number 6 for the Owls.
It always makes me nervous, Dick, when we get those first 2 outs in an inning and then give up a walk or a hit a batter, whatever, put a runner on.
That happened Thursday night in the 4th inning. The Raiders got the first 2 outs in the inning and then
the bottom
could
fell
not
out.
get another out for a while. And they scored 4 runs to take the lead. There's a base hit to center. The runner's going to trip around second and decide to go back. So runners will be at first and second on a single by Mims on the first pitch.
Yeah, then that's going to get Coach Myers out of the dugout. He is looking. He just made the call.
Okay, we'll have a pitching change here, so we'll take a break. Tell you about our new pitcher when we come back. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
New pitcher for the Raiders will be Matthew Driver, 6'4" junior. He is a right-hander driver from Raleigh, North Carolina, and he will inherit 2 runners on base, but there are 2 outs in the inning.
Driver making his 12th appearance. He's thrown 11 1/3 innings, given up 12 runs, 10 earned on 18 hits, 7 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's got a 7.94 ERA. No decisions, no saves.
Our congratulations to our WGNS station manager, Brian Barrett. He is a brand new granddad. How about
Really?
that?
He's not that old.
Baby girl and a rather large young lady, I understand. What was that? What was the dimensions he sent us?
It was close to 11 pounds. And I don't remember the rest of it. You showed them to me.
Well, I can't find anything on my phone the way the sun is.
I think his note to you suggested that Coach Hensel probably, given her size at birth, Coach Hensel probably needs to.
10 pounds, 13 ounces, 20.5 inches.
Yeah.
And has yet to be named. She is now baby girl Barrett.
And
congratulations, Brian.
He suggested that
Mom
Coach
and
Hensel
Dad.
needs to save a scholarship for her for, what would that be, 16, 17 years from now?
All right, here is the catcher Posey. Had a double to left field in the second inning. Came around to score. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Driver, second Blue Raider pitcher. Big right-hander fires a fastball that is called ball 1 on appeal. They say he did not swing. 1 ball, no strikes.
Looked like he swung to me.
I think we ought to work something out with the umpires because we've got a really good view.
That's
Instead
right.
of signaling down to first base, he ought to turn and point right up here to us.
We could tell him.
And we could ring him up.
We could have told him about that play that he missed at first base last night.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runners first and second. And Driver with a pitch. Check swing. They're not even going to appeal that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. 4-0, Kennesaw State leading. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Driver's pitch, a strike called. It's 2-2. Fortner got the first 2 batters here in the third, but then back-to-back singles by Suto and Mims resulted in a call to the bullpen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a foul that hits the net up above the Raider dugout, then bounces into the dugout. Count holds it 2-2. I like the way that dugout has the screen up. That protects the players from those foul balls, and those dugouts are fairly close to home plate.
They're very close to home plate.
2-2, the pitch just outside, ball 3, so that means the runners will get a head start on this next pitch.
Oh, I thought that ball hit the corner.
There go the bells. They rung those bells so many times yesterday, I thought they were going to get a crack in the bell. The pitch. Base hit to center. 1 run will score. They'll hold him at first and second. Relay got past the cutoff man, but Janela was backing up. So coming in to score was Suto to make it 5-0. You can charge that run to Fortner.
Runner on second is also Fortner's responsibility.
Mims stopped at second, and Posey is at first with his second straight hit. 5-0. And here's McDuffie flied out in the second inning.
All 3 straight hits, all singles with 2 outs.
2 outs, yep. McDuffie's hit by a pitch. So that will load the bases and bring up the dangerous Anderson.
We've seen this movie, Dick.
Yeah, I think this is where we came in, John. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Leadoff man Anderson, 1 for 2. Kennesaw already leading 5-0. Ball hit to center field. Snyder coming on. He'll make the catch for out number 3. So get out of there with a minimum of damage. 1 run in the inning. There were 3 hits, and the bases were left loaded. Totals after 3 for Kennesaw State. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Blue Raiders, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Kennesaw State leading 5-0 as we go to the 4th inning. And you're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
5-0 Kennesaw as we go to the 4th. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports. WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Here's Brett Rogers to lead off the 4th inning against Smith Pinson. He's been pretty stingy in the first 3 innings. Pitch comes inside for ball 1 to Rogers. He bounced back to the mound in the first.
He's only given up 2 hits so far, and one of those was erased on a caught stealing, so he's only faced 1 above the minimum.
Strike called. It's 1-1.
Here in the 4th, as we go to the 4th.
Rogers hits it to left field. That's a base hit. Swinging that new bat, and he said it's worked well for him in this series.
Yeah,
that's his 4th hit of the series.
He broke a bat during batting practice up in Cookeville the other night. He was showing us that he said, I took a swing and it didn't really jam me, but all of a sudden I'm finished in the swing and all I've got in my hand is the bat handle.
Here's Tyler Minnick. Tyler struck out in the first inning. Runner at first, nobody out. Pinson with the pitch. High, inside, ball 1. Pitch swung on and bounced foul behind the plate. Count goes to 1-1. Kennesaw with at least 10 seniors today. The Raiders, on the other hand, only had 4 seniors, and one of them, Jaden Wirtz, has not played in 2 years. One ball, one strike. There's a ball hit sharply to second. Fielded, thrown to second for the out, and on to first. That will complete a double play. That is 4-6-3 for the double play, and now the bases are empty with 2 outs.
He's still only faced one above the minimum, right? Or that was, oh.
Here's Von Dolan, who struck out in the second inning. Fouls the first pitch out of play, strike one. That is double play number 28 on the season for the Owls. Raiders with 4 double plays yesterday and now have 44 on the season. Here's the 1-strike pitch, and it caught the outside corner, strike 2.
Now let's see if they go farther outside here on this third pitch.
Yep.
Yes.
Strike out. Von Dolan down on 3 pitches. That is all in the fourth. No runs, a hit, nobody left. So we will go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It's Kennesaw State 5, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Kennesaw has scored in all 3 innings, 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Matthew Driver, the second pitcher used by Coach Myers today.
Jack Fortner was the starter. His final number is he goes 2 2/3, gives up 5 runs, all earned on 7 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
And for the Owls, it will be Chris Cole, the center fielder, to lead off here in the fourth. He has walked and singled. Cole, a left-handed batter. It's out of Dallas, Georgia. Pitch to the plate. Swung on, hit in the air into left center. Who's going to get that one? It's going to be Eston Snyder. Makes the catch in left center for out number 1.
That was just a high, lazy fly ball.
That'll bring up Donovan Cash. Cash is in his 4th year, and as a freshman in 22, he was the Atlantic Sun Freshman of the Year. And he had 9 home runs in 23. In 24, 4 more home runs. So he's hit a bunch of home runs. He has 17 this year. First pitch to him is ball 1.
Oh, he's come up in situations in this series 3 times where we've just walked him intentionally.
Driver's pitch in for a strike, 1-1. He has only 1 hit in the series, and that was a double, but it drove in 2 runs. He's 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch, way outside, ball 2.
He's one of those guys that likes to refasten his batting gloves after every pitch.
I'm sure they come loose all the time. Ground foul past third, 2-2.
I think the worst I ever saw with that was Skip Schumacher. He was a human rain delay. That was before a pitch clock.
The 2-2 pitch, grounded to short. Badalak up and throwing, got him by about 12 steps.
I don't think he runs that well.
Cash out, short to first for the second out. So with 2 outs, Cirillo, and another chance to get a clean inning, John. What do you think?
They scare me.
Got the first 2 outs in the third, then they loaded the bases, but we finally got out of the inning with just 1 run. Cirillo has singled and flied out. He's 1 for 2. Takes the first pitch, high for ball 1. A left-handed hitter. Cirillo is a junior. He's out of Woodstock, Georgia. 3rd year with the program. Fastball outside, ball 2. 2-0. Ball 3 is low and away. 3-0. Driver comes set, and there's ball 4. There goes your clean inning, John.
Uh-huh.
First walk issued by a driver. Second walk the Raiders have given up today, and with 2 outs, the sun pops out, and the batter is Cooper Williams. Sacrifice fly in the first inning to drive in a run, hit back to the mound in the third.
And
Plate umpire gets a new supply of baseballs.
And with that walk, Johnny Stevens up in the bullpen, starting to throw.
Here's driver's pitch, and that's in for a strike. 0-1 to Williams. Just a sophomore, he'll be an offensive leader for them next year, I'm sure. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Williams.
I just hope when they come to Reese Smith Field, which they will next year, the wind is not blowing out to right field.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went after that fastball from driver and came up empty. 1-2 the count. Driver comes set. The ball hit into left center, a base hit. Snyder's going to field it on 2 hops. Get it back to the infield, and runners will be at first and second. Here we go, John. 2 outs. A walk and a single. So the batter is Suto, who has doubled and singled, 2 for 2.
And we're going to have what are we going to have here? Pinch runner.
Williams coming out. Number 10's coming in. That's Alec, who has been the starting second baseman for the first 2 games. So put Alec in Williams' spot. Freshman from Oak Ridge. Williams will end his day 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Strike call to Suto, 0-1.
I'm feeling that's not the first lineup change we're going to see this afternoon.
Runners first and second, 2 outs. Ground ball right side. Clapp's got it. Only play will be to first for out number 3. That is going to take care of the Owls here in the 4th inning. No runs on 1 hit and 2 men left. So we've completed 4 full innings here in Marietta. It is 5-0. Kennesaw State leading on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Smith Penson beginning to start his 5th inning here with a 5-0 lead. He's the first starter for Kennesaw that has been effective, John.
Well, we've jumped all over the first 2 starters. Well, we scored 5 runs in the first 3 innings on Thursday and 4 yesterday.
Raiders haven't been able to do much with this right-hander, Penson. The batter is Clay Badalak, fly to center in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1.
Well, with a caught stealing and a double play ball, he's just faced 1 over the minimum.
Strike call to Badalak.
Through those first 4 innings.
Clay, although a senior, was not honored on Senior Day. He has a chance he might be able to come back next year.
And he already has plans to be at the university next year.
Complete his degree.
To get his degree.
Pitch is swung on. That one is fouled, and the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's online to graduate in the spring, he told me. Here's the 1-2, and it's high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Badalak.
You know, even if he didn't have eligibility, he would have some real value to the team as a graduate assistant.
Badalak swings, puts it in play.
Left fielder.
That'll be caught in left field. I never saw the ball.
It got up, and it stayed there a long time.
1 out. Here's McKinley. McKinley beat out an infield hit in the 2nd, but then was thrown out trying to steal second base.
Well, you might mention the fact that we've got a pole right at eye level.
Oh, there's a base hit over the third baseman's head into left field. Going to go to the wall, and Kenny will coast into second base with a stand-up double. Yeah, that bar that we have, it's not a bar in that sense of the word, but a pole that holds up the chain link fence that keeps us from falling out of the press box.
I'm glad it's there. You just have to look through it.
You have to kind of crunch down to see the pitcher and the batter, and then when the ball goes up in the air, you got to look up to see it. Runner at second. That's the 4th hit off Penson. And the batter, Keaton Ray, takes the pitch high for ball 1.
And you still have to contend with the screen behind the plate.
We're actually looking through a chain link fence screening and the regular net screen behind home plate. Strike called.
I think I don't think I would trade this for our vantage at Reese Smith.
Nope. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ball is hit in the air to left field down the line. Everybody on a long run. It drops in for a base hit. But McKinley cannot advance because it was too close to third base as the left fielder got the ball in quickly, and Kenny had to hold up first to see if the ball was going to be caught, and then because it was too close to take a chance going to third. So what might have been a double with nobody on base turns into a single.
But it's even a short single. That was one you just didn't know whether they were going to catch it or not, and we've seen enough in that place that have been caught.
Janela swings and fouls the first pitch, strike 1. First and second, 1 out. We are in the 5th. Raiders trying to get on the board. They trail 5-0.
First time we've had a runner in scoring position today. Just need to stay out of the double play.
Pitch comes high for ball 1. 1-1 to Jackson Janela. That's the first fly that I've seen since we've been here. Outside, ball 2. My great aunt would have said, "There's old George," the fly.
Is that what she called him?
Well, I don't know how they got that name, but that's what she called him.
They are giving him a lot of room down the line.
Swing and a miss out in front of that pitch. 2-2 to Janela.
The left fielder is playing well over towards left center field.
Almost in line with the flagpole out there.
Yeah. He could pull that ball down the line. We're going to run for a while.
Fake throw to second base. Count 2-2 to Janela. The pitch. Struck him out swinging. That is out number 2. It's going to be up to Cooper Clapp. 6th strikeout for Pinson.
Well, he went to left field his last at-bat. Now the left fielder is going to make some adjustments. Yeah, he's playing him straight away now.
McKinley with good speed at second base. Keaton Ray at first. First pitch is fouled out of play, strike 1.
Trying to go opposite field again. They're playing the shortstop pretty much up the middle. So there's hitting room on the left side.
Pitch is high, ball 1, 1-1. Kevin Nichols coaching at third. Needs a little business over there. Ryan Huber, the first base coach. Swinging a foul straight back, 1-2. Well, they give the home team operator of the sound system gives the Raiders a little rally music there, huh?
Unless they're talking defensive rally. I don't know. Maybe that's a local usage.
1-2 pitch coming. Low and inside, ball 2. Team getting a taste of this Georgia heat and humidity. Pitches outside, ball 3, full count.
So runners will be off. I tell you, Dick, this reminds me of one of those Sunday afternoon games. You're sitting on the couch watching TV, watching the ball game, and when you fall asleep, you're in the fourth, and you wake up and you're in the seventh.
Well, we hope that doesn't happen to us today.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Exactly. Three-two pitch. Swung on, tapped to the right side. Going to be a tough play. Safe. The first baseman grabbed it, but by the time he got the ball, Cooper Clapp was already past him.
Yeah.
And then he didn't have anybody to throw it to.
I'm a little surprised they're not claiming that he went outside the running lane, which he did, but it was after they tried to tag him. So
bases are loaded.
Beats out an infield single.
Here's Eston Snyder. He has struck out twice. So give Clapp his second hit of the game.
And we're going to have a mound visit.
It's hit number 6 off Pinson.
Did you notice anybody throwing down there? I think they're getting ready to start somebody.
Looks like there's a right-hander up.
But I haven't noticed him throwing.
He's just piddling around right now. Now he's throwing. You remember outfielder for the Reds named Veda Pinson?
Oh, sure. He was a Cardinal as well. Did you know that?
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was with the Redbirds in the he wasn't he was not on that 68 championship team, but I think when Roger Maris retired, they traded for Veda Pinson, and he was our right fielder for a couple of years.
This is Smith Pinson pitching to Snyder. Takes the pitch outside, ball 1.
Veda Pinson was a good ball player.
Boy, he was a terrific outfielder. And a good left-handed hitter, as I recall. There's a hot shot to the shortstop. Stops it, throws to second. That ball almost knocked him down.
Sure did.
Boy, McDuffie made a great play. He just took the pressure of that ball in his glove, staggered back a step or two, and threw to second for the force. So that is all in the 5th. Raiders come up empty. There were no runs on 3 hits. And 3 men will be left. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Kennesaw State 5, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Raiders will have a new pitcher coming in to start the 5th inning. Is right-hander Johnny Stevens will take over for Matthew Driver.
Johnny Stevens making his 16th appearance, all but one in relief. He's thrown 21 innings, given up 27 runs, 21 of them are earned on 32 hits, 19 walks, 21 strikeouts. He's got a 9.00 ERA, a 3-1 record though.
I was going to guess his ERA was 9.
It kind of works out mathematically. Works out mathematically. when the number of innings and the number of runs equal, that means it's going to be a 9. Final numbers on Matthew Driver. He goes an inning, a third, no runs on a hit, a walk, a hit batter, and no strikeouts.
So here's Mims, who had a base hit in the third inning, 1 for 2. He is now playing third base for them. Stevens' first pitch, outside, ball 1. And ball 2 goes back to the backstop. 2 balls, no strikes.
Garrett Sims starting to loosen. In the Raider bullpen.
Strike called, 2-1.
I think we can safely assume this is a bullpen day.
Pretty much. Swinging a foul. Ball bounced back up and hit him. Count will go to 2-2 on Hudson Mims, senior.
Well, for anybody who thinks this game means nothing, we need to tell them that that's not so.
Mims hits it to left field. That is going to be down in the corner and off the fence. He's into second base with a double. That'll be his second double of the season. He has had very little playing time, but he's 2 for 3 today.
I can assure you that the charts are being kept down in the dugout, and as the staff gets together to do the exit interviews, do the evaluations, figure out what this ball club is going to look like next year, the performances today mean something.
Here's Posey, 2 for 2, single and a double. He scored a run. Pitch outside, ball 1.
Well, I hope that suntan stuff stays on for a while, because my left arm, right arm rather, is definitely in the sun.
There's a strike called, 1-1. My left arm was that way earlier when I was putting the lineups down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mims at second base, no outs. Pitch is low, ball 2, 2-1. High, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to Posey. Check swing, and he went.
Didn't even have to appeal that one.
3-2. Leadoff double for Mims. He's out at second base. Stevens with the pitch, way outside, ball 4. Runners first and second. Third walk given up by Blue Raider pitchers today. Batter is McDuffie. Thinks he'll probably be bunting.
Would not surprise me one bit. Well, he does something with his bat as he's going to the plate. Writes something in the dirt.
Bunch through that pitch,
Yeah.
and it's strike 1.
When they move on to their new all-turf field next season, he's going to have trouble doing that, isn't he? Writing in the whatever his little the call time, so the Raiders can, Janilla can call the defensive signals here. How do you play this bunt?
One strike the count. Not bunting. Takes the pitch high and outside. 1-1. Even though this is a right-handed hitter, the shortstop's playing very close to second base.
Yeah,
so
I suspect the wheel play is not in effect. He wants to bunt it to Von Dolan at third if he's going to bunt. Showing bunt.
Takes a strike. 1-2. Did not offer.
The one that he offered, he couldn't have bunted if he'd wanted to.
The coach at third, who was the head coach, just turns his back on him.
Yeah.
That generally means
you didn't do what I needed you to do.
I've had those moments, John.
I know you have.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Stevens comes set. Runners lead at first and second. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. I think this is the guy that bunted with 2 strikes the other day.
You know, that you might be right.
And it was a successful bunt. Stevens ready for the 2-2 pitch. Hits this one sharply to second. Past Badalak into center
Take
field.
A bad hop over his glove.
1 run will score. Runners will remain at first and second. It's got to be a base hit, and as you say, it took a funny hop past Badalak.
Looked to me like he was on the play and was definitely in position to make that into a double play. And then all of a sudden the baseball wasn't where it was supposed to be.
So give McDuffie a RBI hit. He's at first. Posey stopped at second. First and second, no outs for Anderson. Pitch in the dirt. Minnick and the plate umpire doing a little two-step, trying to get out of each other's way.
Oh.
Minnick finally picked it up.
No, it's Janela. And,
Janela, I'm sorry.
And Janela was having trouble finding the baseball. And that gets, we're going to see a new pitcher, I suspect. Yeah, he's calling for the left-hander.
So we're going to have a new pitcher coming in for the Raiders. We'll take a break, tell you about him when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Bad Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
So with Kennesaw State leading 6-0, left-hander Garrett Sims will come into the ball game. Garrett is a redshirt junior from Spring Hill, Tennessee, and he will inherit a 1-ball, no-strike count on Nate Anderson.
Garrett making his 8th appearance of the season, all in relief. He's thrown 3 2/3 innings, given up 4 runs, all earned on 4 hits, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts, a 9.82 ERA with no decisions.
We're in Marietta. This is the Kennesaw State University Marietta campus, and this ball field, which was originally constructed in 1951, has been renovated, and the Owls have been using this as their home field all year while they're on campus facility in Kennesaw is being renovated, and they're going to have all new turf put down, and it's supposed to be very nice when they get it completed.
Well, we've seen the outside of it. It's catacornered to our hotel this weekend, and it does look like it's going to be a really nice ballpark, and we will not be having to broadcast year after next from the roof of that ballpark. One would hope. If they do, hopefully they'll have an elevator that goes that far.
Here's Anderson as a count of 1 ball, no strike. So the this batter will belong to Sims, one way or the other. Pardon me. First and second, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another left-handed hitter, Cole, is on deck.
Ollie Aikens throwing in the Raider bullpen.
Sims with the pitch. Strike, caught the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Both these runners on belong to Stevens.
Sims comes set, and the 1-2 pitch. Check swing.
Say that he went.
They ring him up.
We caught a break.
Yep. That'll be out number 1 in the inning.
Well, we've seen several of those check swings that went farther than he did that have been called balls.
Here's Chris Cole, has a single and a walk, and is flied out. Another left-handed hitter. Sims with the pitch. That one missed outside, ball 1. 1 run has scored here in the 5th. It is 6-0. Ground ball to short. Badalak to second. Out. Throw to first.
Late.
Safe. That's the second out at second base. Runner on second went to third. So first and third, 2 outs. And the batter is Donovan Cash. 0 for 3. We have to worry about that because this big guy's due.
And I think they're going to. What's Coach Myers want? He may be saying, let's walk him, or he's going to make another move, or. I think he's going to go to the pen. He's going to make some kind of move because he stopped to talk with the umpire. It's not a health check, though, because the umpire would have gone with him.
So Sims waiting at home place. He doesn't know what's going on, does he? He just knows he wants to get in there and swing the bat.
Or are they going to walk me again? No, whatever was that conversation was about, and I think it had to do with not just with Garrett Sims. I think the rest of the infield was involved in that conversation.
So it's one of those deals. Don't walk him, but don't give him anything to hit.
That's it. And I would suspect if this got to like a 3-1 count, they'll just go ahead and intentionally throw ball 4.
Pitch is inside, ball 1. Cash only 1 out of 8 in the series, but that was a 2-run double. First and third, the pitch. Hit sharply into left field. A base hit. 1 run will score. They'll pull up at first and second. So he's made his 2 hits in the series count. Cash drives in a run. And that is his 65th run batted in, John, of the season. That's quite a lot.
So these 2 runs that have scored this inning both belong to Johnny Stevens, and because of the fielder's choice, that 3rd runner was retired, but now the runner at second, Chris Cole, is still Stevens' responsibility.
Here's Cirillo, 1 for 2 with a walk. Pitch is outside, so it's now 7-0. Runners first and second. 2 outs. Sims with the pitch. That one's low. Ball 2, 2-0.
You remember that 76-degree game time temp?
Yep.
Up to 81. It feels hotter.
Strike call, 2-1. But we do have a very pleasant breeze up here.
When it blows.
We appreciate that.
Unfortunately, it's not consistent.
Got a lot of blue up above now.
Yeah, this is not mostly cloudy anymore.
Clouds have moved out of the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch is fouled out of play. 2-2. Good many Blue Raider supporters here for this series.
Yeah. I tell you what, we've got a faithful group of supporters, mostly parents and family.
Here's the 2-2, swung on, hit the center. Snyder moving over. He makes the running catch for out number 3. He's going to do it in the 5th. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 men left. And we have completed 5 full innings. Kennesaw State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Granis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Granis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Granis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
So we go to the 6th inning, and a new pitcher is on for the Owls, and he's another big fellow, 6'5", 195, a right-hander, sophomore Jackson Abernathy. Abernathy is from Sugar Hill, Georgia.
He is making his 11th appearance. He's thrown all in relief. He's thrown 11 in the 3rd inning. He's given up 12 runs, 9 of them earned on 17 hits, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's got a 7.15 ERA with no decisions, no saves. Here's a good number for the Raiders. Opponent's hitting .362 against this big right-hander.
So they left Pinson in long enough to be eligible to pick up the win. He's gone 5 innings and leaves with a 7-0 lead. The batter will be Brett Rogers as a single in 2 trips. Freshman outfielder has had a good year. He's hitting .331 coming into the game. The pitch is high for ball one.
Final numbers on Smith Pinson. He goes 5 innings, gives up no runs on 6 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. That's a pretty efficient outing.
There's ball 2 to Rogers, 2-0.
And I don't blame him for pulling him here. He's got a big lead, and I suspect they're going to need him up in Virginia next week.
Pitch is swung on, hit in the air into shallow center field. Coming on Cole under it, and he'll take it for out number 1. So Rogers skies out to shallow center field for the first out. The batter is Tyler Minnick. Minnick playing first base today is 0 for 2. He is struck out and hit into a double play. Looks at ball 1 high. Bondolan on deck. Raiders down 7. Check swing, and that ticks his bat, goes over by where Von Dolan is loosening up in the on-deck circle. Count is 1-1 to Tyler Minnick. Ball 2 is outside. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Hit in the air into right center. Center fielder Cole coming over. Right fielder's going to be there and cut in front. Make the catch. And that is Cirillo hauling it in for out number 2. Von Dolan has struck out twice against Pinson, so he's probably glad to see somebody else out there. He'll face Abernathy with 2 outs and the base is empty. First pitch, outside, ball 1.
Again, they're working him low and outside. That came close to catching the very front corner of the plate.
There's a ball hit in the air into shallow left field. The shortstop McDuffie is back, and he'll take it, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning. In the 6th, 3 up, 3 down, all on fly balls. So we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is still Kennesaw State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
And we've
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ollie Aikens will take over the pitching duties for the Raiders.
He'll be the Raiders' 5th pitcher. He's making his 17th appearance. He has thrown 31 and all those in relief, 31 and 2/3 innings, 30 runs, 27 earned on 36 hits. 24 walks, 30 strikeouts, 7.67 ERA, a 2-2 record with 2 saves. Final numbers on Garrett Sims. Goes 1 inning, no runs on a hit, no walks, 1 strikeout. That was only the second strikeout that we've been able to get on Kennesaw. I was thinking about that, looking back last night. We only struck out 3 of them, struck out 6 on Thursday night. So they don't strike out that much, do they?
Here's Alec. Came in the game as a replacement for Williams and moved over to second base. Ollie Akins, 5th pitcher used by the Raiders today.
And at the same time, Kennesaw struck out 14 Raiders on Thursday night, 15 last night.
6 today.
Yeah.
That's very unbalanced. Pitch is swung on, hit in the air. Snyder coming over, dives and comes up with it.
The umpire's saying no.
No? Did not come up with
Umpire says he trapped the ball.
Well, phooey on him.
If you're going to trap it with style, right?
I thought Eston had made a nice catch.
Yeah, give him a 10 on style points for sure.
So it'll go as a double for Alec. The freshman from Oak Ridge continues harassing his fellow Tennesseans. Alec is now 6 out of 9 in the series. Started at second base for them the first 2 games. Here's Suto. So that hit off Akins. Got a ground ball to short. Badalak over to first. That's first out as Alec moves over to third. John Ollie Akins is the 12th pitcher the Raiders have used in this series.
Well, I don't think we've got much left in that bullpen, have we?
I just see a few bodies down there. Here's Mims as 2 for 3. Right-handed batter. Takes a strike, 0-1. Runner at third, 1 out. Infield is in. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. You see any more pitchers down there?
I see Walker Shaw.
How about Bonham?
Let's see.
Swing and a foul.
Shaw is up throwing there. It looks like there's one more that is out of view. I can see that he's got a camouflage jersey.
I said Bonham, I meant Bingham.
Bingham. That might be Bingham down there.
Bingham's 44.
Well, you can't see the number. We just got a cool water brought to us. Thank you.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Who was that had the song, John? You're an old country western.
All right.
Cool Water?
Oh, that's a Bob Nolan song. Sons of the Pioneers. All day I searched the barren waste.
2 strikes. The count. The pitch is outside. 2-2 now.
Old Dan and I with throats burned dry and souls that cried for water.
Cool, clear water.
Mm-hmm.
2-2 the count.
And old Dan, of course, is his mule.
The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yep. That's a strikeout.
Fans don't like that call, do they?
I think the umpires are trying to move this game along.
I hope so.
So 2 outs, a runner at third. The batter is Posey. 2 hits and a walk, scored 2 runs.
Look at this table, Dick. My book is completely in the sun now.
It is. Pitch is outside, ball 1. So it's just like at home, John, in our booth. Long about 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Except it's coming from a different direction. Well, it's coming from the same direction, but we are situated differently.
Ball 2 is outside, 2-0.
That's how you should phrase that, right?
As I suppose.
Because right now when we're sitting at Reese Smith looking out straight.
There's a base hit to center, and another run is in. Posey on a 2-0 pitch, signals to center. He's having a good day. It's his third hit. RBI single. And this is McDuffie. It's now 8-0. That's the 14th hit for Kennesaw in this game. So 2 outs, runner at first. McDuffie is 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Strike called.
We need some outs here. We're going to end up potentially in a run rule situation.
The pitch. Hit to right field. Rogers almost in his tracks. Makes the catch for out number 3.
He didn't have to move at all, did he?
1 run. There were 2 hits and a runner left. So we have completed 6 full innings, and it is Kennesaw 8, Middle Tennessee nothing. 8 runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Owls, no runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Blue Raiders. 8-0 as we go to the 7th on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the 7th inning. A new pitcher is in for Kennesaw. He is a left-hander, J.T. Gibson, 6'4", 215 pounds. He's a redshirt sophomore from McLean, Virginia.
Making his 12th appearance. He's thrown 9 innings. They're all in relief. Thrown 9 innings, given up 15 runs, 11 earned on 12 hits, 17 walks, 11 strikeouts. He's got an 11.00 ERA and 0-2 record. So it looks like he is another one of those left-handers that sometimes has trouble finding the plate, Dick.
We've seen some of those. Here's Clay Badalak to lead off the 7th. To be a lefty-lefty matchup. Clay's 0 for 2, looking for his first hit in this series. Left-hander delivers outside for ball 1. Badalak has twice flied to the outfield. Strike caught the outside corner. 1-1. Badalak, McKinley, and Keaton Ray scheduled to hit here in the 7th inning for the Raiders.
So it looks like we've got, you were asking about Logan Bingham, 44?
Yep.
Well, he's throwing. And Walker Sims throwing, Walker Shaw throwing as well. So that would empty the bullpen, wouldn't it?
I think it would. Count 2-1 now to Badillac as the left-hander Gibson with a pitch. High, ball 3. 3-1. Left-hander pitching from the set position. Strike 2 is called. 3-2. There are the bells.
No, that's the shark. I wish it were the bells.
All 4 is outside, and Badillac draws a leadoff walk here in the 7th. And that, John, is the first walk the Raiders have received today.
That's right.
The batter is Kenny McKinley. He's had 2 hits today, infield hit and a double. Pitches inside for ball 1 to McKinley. And the next pitch also misses inside, ball 2. Give you station ID in just a second. See if we find out what happens to McKinley. Strike call, 2-1. The left-hander comes set and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So it's 2-2 to the Blue Raider DH. Sophomore Kenny McKinley. High, ball 3. Full count, 3-2.
He wouldn't walk him, would he?
Well, he walked Badillac to lead off the inning. And he walked him, ball 4. Runners first and second. Back-to-back walks here in the 7th. I expect that's one of the reasons that he has only appeared in, 9 games or so?
Something like that, yeah. He has got left-hander disease.
Keaton Ray, who has flied out and singled, stands in 1 for 2.
Left-hander disease has something to do with not being able to find the plate consistently.
Pitch is high, ball 1 to Ray.
But you're going to get over it. You know who had it? Got over it was Sandy Koufax.
He seemed to find the plate pretty well.
He once he figured it out, he could find the plate.
Visit to the mound. Oh, it'll give us a chance for station identification here. We'll pause 10 seconds for station ID. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Conference on the mound is a brief one. Count 1 ball, no strikes to Keaton Ray. Runners for the Raiders at first and second with no outs. This is the 15th meeting between these two in baseball. Raiders still hold the season, the all-time edge, 8-6. There's the strike call. I expect the message was, son, if you want to stay out here much longer, you better start throwing strikes. 1-1 to Keaton Ray.
And they do have a right-hander in their bullpen backing him up.
Ball 2 is outside. 2-1. Raiders batting in the 7th. The pitch. Strike call, 2-2. Runners lead at first and second. Ball 3 is outside. So this has been a 3-2 count to all 3 hitters in this inning, and this just drives pitching coaches crazy.
Oh, don't you know it?
The pitch. Hard shot picked up by the first baseman out at second. He went to get the runner going down, and no return throw to first. So over to third, Badalak. McKinley is retired, forced out at second base for the first out, and Ray reaches on the fielder's choice. First and third, no outs.
Yeah, that is.
1 out, I'm sorry.
That's a ball that a right-handed first baseman might not be able to make the play on. But that ball was hit on his glove side as he was moving towards the bag.
Janela swings at the first pitch, fouls it off the screen, struck 1.
And in that play, there was nobody close to first base. On that particular play, the pitcher's got to, that's what you do pitcher's infield practice for.
1 strike to count. Strike 2 called.
I don't think that they would have gotten him on the return throw, but there would have been that possibility. You're sure not going to throw to an empty base, are you? Well, maybe.
2 strikes to count. Ball outside, 1-2. Janela has struck out and flied out. He's 0 for 2. Foul out of play. Count holds. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gibson comes set and the pitch. Check swing, strike 3 called. Well, actually, he said he went. That's out number 2. First and third, 2 outs. Cooper Clapp will stand in. Cooper's had 2 hits, both singles. Facing a left-hander now in J.T. Gibson. Pitch to the plate, in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. And Gibson delivers inside, and they're going to let Keaton Ray, the runner, take second base instead of throwing down.
You don't want to make a mistake on that throw. Not with 2 outs.
Here's the pitch outside. Count will go 2-1 now to Cooper. And the pitch. Check swing and a strike, 2-2. Keaton Ray, the runner at second. Badalak over at third. Fly ball right field. Cirillo moving back under it, and he takes it for out number 3. No runs, no hits. 2 left. 7th inning stretch time here in Marietta. It is Kennesaw State 8, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy. Whether it comes from our grids, the sun, or a kind heart. And as your family and our region continue to grow, you can trust that we'll always be there for you. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning for the Raiders. This will be the 13th pitcher used in the series as Walker Shaw, redshirt freshman left-hander from Norcross, Georgia, will take over the pitching duties. He's in home country now.
And making his 3rd appearance of the season. He's only pitched 1 inning. Gave up a couple of hits, charged with 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 2, struck out 1. Let's see, I'm looking to see if where all those runners came from. But anyway, he's got a 27.00 ERA, and if you've just thrown 1 inning and you've been charged with 3 runs, you can throw a scoreless inning. You can really lower that ERA.
I think the only other pitcher left down there is Logan Bingham.
That's right.
The freshman right-hander. Have not seen him today. So Shaw becomes the 6th pitcher used today. Fortner started, pitched into the 3rd inning, gave up 5 runs on 7 hits. Then Matthew Driver came on. Stevens gave up a couple of runs. Sims did not get scored on. Ollie Aikens gave up a run, and now Shaw. Batter's Anderson, starting the 5th time through the batting order for Kennesaw. Anderson, 1 out of 4. Pitch is outside, ball 1.
Well, they don't appear to go up there to walk very often, and they don't appear to strike out that often. On the afternoon, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts for Raider pitching.
Strike call, 1-1.
They're definitely up there hacking, though, aren't they, Dick? 14 hits through as we go to the 7th.
1 ball, 1 strike to Anderson. Shaw with the pitch. That one's high for ball 2, 2-1. Chris Cole, another left-handed hitter, would be next. That ball is hit sharply foul off the net in front of the Raider dugout.
You mentioned Logan Bingham. He's the one that just came out of the bullpen to pick that baseball up and throw it back. And he is throwing.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Count holds at 2-2. Kennesaw in their black tops, white pants today.
Those black tops look, particularly the way they're set up on the front, look a lot like White Sox alternate jerseys.
Swinging a foul back.
Black with the white trim, and where the Sox monogram is on the front of that Chicago uniform, they've got their interlocking KS logo.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Anderson. The pitch. Ball 3 outside, full count.
And then their pants are the white with the dark pinstripe. Must be a 3-2 count, huh?
Exactly. Strike 3 swinging. Got him with a high fastball. 1 out in the 7th. It's only the 4th Blue Raider strikeout of the afternoon. 8-0 Kennesaw leading. If you're joining us late, they got on off to a good start early. They got 3 in the first, 1 each in the second, third, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Nothing but goose eggs up there for the Raiders. Cole takes the first pitch, strike 1. Cole has a single in 3 trips plus a walk. Check swing, did he go?
Oh, yes. We're getting better calls on those check swings from the third base umpire than we are from the right-handed hitters from the first base umpire.
2 strikes the count. Struck him out swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Walker Shaw since coming in. Here's Donovan Cash. Single, drove in a run in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 4. 2 hits in the series, but 3 runs batted in. Pitch is outside, ball 1 to Cash. 17 home runs, 65 runs batted in. Ball outside, 2-0.
Being careful with him. I don't blame him.
Ball low, ball 3. 3-0. Shaw with the pitch, and that one misses, ball 4. 4-pitch walk after back-to-back strikeouts. With 2 outs, the batter will be Chirillo.
I think we're going to get a pinch runner for Cash. We are.
Number 7.
Number 2. I think we saw him last night. We did.
Brooks will run for Cash. So now the batter, Chirillo, with the runner at first, 2 outs. That is Brooks, the runner at first, running for Cash. There's a pitch high, ball 1. Left-hander checks the runner and delivers outside, ball 2. So after back-to-back strikeouts, he has now delivered 6 straight out of the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike call. 2-1. Time called. Now, what does this mean when he goes like this?
You got me.
That's the plate umpire I was talking about. Foul down the left side. Everybody on a long run. That was going to drift over into the bullpen area. The count will be 2-2 on Cirillo.
Well, we had a lot of folks out there tracking it.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Keaton Ray got over there. Badalak was over there. Von Dolan was down there.
Swinging a foul back over the home dugout. Count holds at 2-2. Cirillo has a hit and 3 trips today. He has also walked. There's ball 3 outside. 3-2.
Did not ask for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee.
Yes. Full count with 2 outs. Runners going. That pitch caroms off the mitt of Cirillo. Ball 4, and the runner goes to second, but stays put down there. Back-to-back strikeouts, followed by back-to-back walks. 2 on with 2 out. The batter is Alec.
Well, he is giving us troubles.
He has worn us out. Taking it out on his fellow Tennesseans. I just don't know what to think about that.
And this is another one of those. We got the first 2, and
pitch is outside, ball 1. Alec came in as a replacement for Williams. That was in the 5th inning, and immediately got a base hit. Ball 2 is high, 2-0. Well, the Raiders actually have 2 pitchers thrown in the bullpen. See who that other pitcher is, John. I didn't think
Bingham is one of them.
I didn't think we had that many more pitchers. Bingham is the right-hander, and there's another right-hander.
Yeah. Number 24.
Oh, that's Badalak.
No.
He's already been in the series.
Baranek, not
Baranek.
Badalak. That is Baranek, though.
It's getting late in the
24.
game, John.
Yeah.
Strike called, 2-1.
Well placed double here, and it might be the ball game. All this with 2 outs.
So 2 balls, 1 strike to Alec. Ground foul past third. Count will go to 2-2. A former Mr. Baseball in Tennessee from Knoxville Christian Academy. And Oak Ridge. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alec. Here's the pitch. It's low, ball 3. There we go. You rang that bell, John.
Oh, gosh.
There it goes. I'll hear that bell in my sleep tonight. 3-2. The pitch. Driven into left center. That's going to get down. That should score 2 runs. If it does, that'll be a run rule and a win for Kennesaw State, 10-0. And that is exactly what you thought was going to happen. So both runs score. 10-0 will be the final score. That's a run rule. Alec has another hit and 2 more runs batted in. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 left in the 7th inning. And Kennesaw State wins the series. They will improve to 29-25 and finish 17-9 in conference play. The Raiders drop to 23-32 and will finish 8-19 in conference play. Stay with us. We'll have a 2-minute break, then back with our post-game show. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
All right, it's a final 10-0 run rule game after 7 innings. And we're going to try to bring you some words from downstairs. Give me another 2-minute break, Connor. 2 minutes on the Blue Raider Network.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game. You can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
You on our postgame show as Kennesaw State wins by a score of 10-0 as they pick up 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning after our pitcher Shaw struck out the first 2 batters, then walked the next 2, and Alec, who has just been a thorn in the Raiders' side all week, hits a 2-run double to the fence in left center. Both runners scored. They were, of course, running with 2 outs. So 10-0, and that's after 7 innings. That is a run rule win. Alec in this series was 7 for 10. 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, and he is a freshman from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. So he really took it out on his fellow Tennesseans in this series. Good ball player. The way this game started was not good for the Raiders. Gave up 3 runs in the first inning, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and then 2 in the seventh. 6 pitchers used tonight or today by Middle Tennessee. I think John's ready down on the field with Coach Myers. Now, once again, I'm having trouble getting that signal from the field. Had this same problem yesterday. I don't think we're going to be able to bring it to you. We checked it out before we went down there, but I'm not getting anything at all from the field. So we're just going to have to close it out, I guess, as Raiders fall 10-0 in this final game of the series. A lot of people we need to thank for all the help they've given us during baseball this year. 55 games in the books. First to our friends at WGNS, program director and key man there, Brian Barrett. For our studio producers, Jackson Smith, Micah Robinson, and Connor Haynes working today. We've had all of them during the season. And for Coach Myers and his staff, Coach Kevin Nichols and Ryan Huber, Adam Wisniewski, Grayson Munyon, our grad assistant, Chandler Todd, Director of Operations, and our 2 managers, Knox Wimberly and Drew Hillian, and was glad to have them on our pregame interview before the game tonight. So the final score is Kennesaw State 10, Middle Tennessee nothing, and you've been listening to Blue Raider Baseball. We appreciate you joining us not only today but for the entire season. And from Marietta, Dick Palmer wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.